This is Sgt Art Baldwin of the Royal Canadian Air Force, reporting from a Canadian Typhoon fighter-bomber wing in Holland. It's a brilliant day today in the sky, and not just the weather, but also brilliant are the many sorties that these Canadian Tiffy pilots are flying. I've been talking to Flight Lieutenant Harry Hardy of Timmins, Ontario, here in the City of Ottawa Squadron Dispersal Hut, while he gave me a resume of his day's activities. And to pass his story along to you, we've set our RCAF microphone up in the squadron office. Here's Harry Hardy.
The weather today is really CAVU, ceiling and visibility unlimited, and we've been on the go since 7:30 this morning. I got 3 trips in before dinner, as a matter of fact. On the first, we were just patrolling base and checking the weather in the operational zones. The sun was just up and it was quite dark on the ground, so we couldn't see much. There was no flak, and all around it was a quiet dew. But on the second, I had quite an amusing experience. We were out to cut a rail around Crefeld, and when we got there was a train on the track right where we were going to cut the line. I called up on the intercom saying we might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get the track and the train. At that, a voice came through my headphones. "Do you think that train warrants an attack?" Sort of threw me for a moment, till I realized it was a Jerry. I challenged him, but he didn't reply, so I knew he wasn't one of ours. We went on down then to attack the train and the tracks with 1,000-pounders. There was heavy flak in the area and rivets.
What are rivets, Harry?
That's what we call small flak. It gets that name from its appearance as it comes up at you. It's on fire, actually tracer stuff, and flames past you. That was all the opposition we got, so there were no enemy aircraft at all. I haven't seen any all day. On our third due, we were out on an armed recce and clobbered 2 trucks and a large camouflage wagon. The first truck was opposite, outside of Kimpin, where we got it right down on the deck. We were just pulling up from that attack when we spotted a large camouflage horse-drawn wagon and went down again after it. One of the boys must have cut the horses loose with the wagon, with his cannon from the wagon. There was no one around that I could see, and they went tearing down the road hell for leather. Just up from the wagon we got another truck, and that's the day's activity up till now.
Harry, you were telling me about the appearance of the ground over that way. Would you pass it along for our listeners?
Well, there was no enemy activity at all down below, the area over which we were attacking being partly flooded and the German army dug in. You can actually see them down there, but they're just sitting, except for every once in a while when they throw up rivets at you.
Thank you very much, Flight Lieutenant Harry Hardy of Timmins, Ontario. And we'll leave you now to get back to your Typhoon and take advantage of this CAVU day. This is Sgt Art Baldwin of the Royal Canadian Air Force, reporting from a Canadian Typhoon fighter-bomber wing in Holland.